So let me just record this. Okay, so we're recruiting, and I'm on the line with Romeo. Romeo's interested in e-commerce, hasn't done anything in this space yet, correct?
Yes, never done nothing. Only retail.
Okay, so in the retail space, so he knows how to sell, and he knows how to sell products. And now we're going to move the business from physical to e-commerce
Yeah, this is the
using
goal.
using social media. So real quick, I want to share my screen with you real quick, Romeo, just to show you what can happen in a very short period of time, okay?
Hmm.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, it's here.
Okay, so here I have Holiday Crave, and I want to show you this. I have 4 stores, but we launched 2 for the 4th quarter of this past year. And you'll notice how right here there was no sales in the first half of October because I was actually creating the store to launch the
Yeah,
products. The store launches mid-October. So from mid-October until January 1st, catching really the Christmas trend, this store did $54,450 in sales. This is Holiday Crave. Then the other store that I launched for the 4th quarter of last year, you'll notice here, same exact thing, no sales. We were building everything out the first 2 weeks of October. And then from mid-October until January 1st, this store did 290,756 sales. So we did roughly almost 350,000 in sales for this past quarter. And I show you this so you can see what's possible in a short period of time when you start from really nowhere, from conception. And here I want to show you this website. This is called Sellers Funding. And on this site here, you could see, I want to pull up Celtic Magic is the one that did $290,000 in sales in 2 months. Now you'll see this company within just 2 months time period, this is unheard of. Look, this company is worth anywhere from $195,000 to $269,000 in the e-commerce space. I literally created this store 2 months ago. I can click this button and sell this store for a premium price. Why? Because customer data is so important and so valuable. All these thousands of customers that bought in this short period of time, that's real tangible value, and that can be monetized if I chose to sell, or I can borrow against the value of my store to scale that store in the future. So here I'm pre-approved for $118,000, which these are cash advance loans. As you get future sales, you pay back a percentage, typically anywhere from 10 to 20%, depending on the amount you borrow. That gets paid back until the loan is paid back in full, but that allows you to scale. I typically start a store with $1,000. So you saw I start a store. It takes me 2 weeks to build everything out. And with that $1,000, I now have an online store worth almost $250,000. Real tangible results. Again, here's the other store, Holiday Crave, that I showed you. That did 50. What was the number? We did 54,450 in sales. I could take a loan out for 34,000, and you'll see here that the company valuation is roughly 65,000. E-commerce is so hot right now. It's like for every dollar you earn, it increases the value of your store a dollar. That's how valuable the customer data is, and the products that you put into the store. Because now if you sell the store or any portion of it, they get to see what you're doing. They get to see what products you were selling. They can see the customers and what they purchase. So then it makes it easier to resell to all these customers. So these are all back end value adds that people don't see, because everyone's thinking, well, how much do I make when I sell a product? Well, I'll sell a product to break even. If it covers the marketing and the cost of the product, I could push sales up because I know I'm creating back-end value in my company or my store. All that makes sense?
Yes, yes, definitely.
Okay, great. So I'm going to take this back off of screen share so that way we can have a little bit of a conversation to start to move forward now.
Okay.
Okay. So and just so people know that if they watch this in the future, Romeo and I just met. I happened to run into him in the mall because he's got his 10X Grant Cardone hat, and he had a stand in the middle of the mall during Christmas time, and it was great. He's an entrepreneur and was doing big moves there. So that was awesome. And now one of my questions I asked Romeo was, to get started in e-commerce, you have to be very clear as to what you want to sell, what you want to offer. Because to be successful, you need 5 things. You have to sell the right product in front of the right audience at the right time, in the right way, at the right price. When you have all those 5 things in alignment, that will allow you to be successful. So I told Romeo, first you have to pick a trend. Like that was the Christmas trend where I just showed you that we hit. We're about to launch Valentine's Day trend next week with a projection to do 300,000 in just 3 weeks. So we have big intentions for Valentine's Day trend. So my big question to Romeo were questions: what trend do you want to hit? And what's your passion? What type of product do you want to offer for that trend? Let's get started there, and you can share your answers.
Okay, so my goal is to sell for women product beauty. Okay, this is my niche. This is what I've been done for the past 11 years. Yeah, you have Valentine's Day right now. It's so many good products out there. Um, I was looking on eCom Hunt. It's like another website. Like you can see ideas of other products who already been sold and stuff. It's really nice website. Um, so I have like a couple of ideas. I know like last year the rose pear was a great product. I know it was selling good. The gold rose for Valentine's Day was really good. I want to sell like products that all year round, because like for me, I have the models, I have the camera gear, I know how to edit videos, I know how to make videos, ads, and everything. So for me, I just gonna stay in the niche of like the um, beauty. And my product, I will buy them for like $5, and I will sell it the most for like $30. This is my goal. Um, the target audience will be 18 years old to like 40 years old. 40. This is the age, and and that's it. This is what I think I will focus on. More beauty. Um, I want to make my own line. So that means I know some places in China, they make your own. You can put your logo on. So my goal is like to create a product that, yes, I'm competing with other people, but people know my products. They know me, and they will trust me. And and this is my goal. This is my goal, like to bring some value that will be for a long time, not only here and there. You know what I mean? Like a product's gonna be all year round.
Okay. So let's start touching on some of the points here that we have to make to start to create steps to get you from where you are to where you want to be. Because nothing happens overnight. There's steps, and each step is very valuable because it's a learning step. The more you learn, the more you earn. So it's all about, what can I learn now that's going to get me to the next step and the next step. And you mentioned brands. I mean, look at my brand. So I'm wearing this As Seen Online. This is one of my companies, my business. I'm sure everyone heard of As Seen on TV. Well, I feel as though it's a little outdated. The logo is outdated. This is a little bit cooler. And they focus on selling gimmicky products, where I focus on selling trending products based upon the holiday or trend or whatever's current event is coming up. So you mentioned you want to touch on possibly Valentine's Day because it's coming up, which is ties into women's beauty. So if we're focusing on the women's beauty space, the next thing is, okay, well, if that's where I want to be, that's my passion, what precise product? Now, when I create a store, I typically start with 12 products in the store. Why do I do 12 products? Because when you look at it on a desktop, if you create 3 products per line, that gives you 4 lines so that you get 12 products that you could see. Or if you're on your phone, you get 2, which scroll down to 6 lines. So 12 is my magic number for creating a store. I want 12 primary products. Of those 12 primary products, I want to say I don't want to guess at what people will buy. I want to know what people will buy. So before I choose my product, I'll go to all big sites like Amazon. Okay, very big Amazon and sites similar to Amazon where products are sold, and I'll type that product that I'm interested in selling into the search bar to see what pieces, not necessarily sell the most, but what gets the most reviews. There's other sites where you can go and see people are watching certain products. They didn't buy it, but they like it so much that they want to watch it because they want to see what's going to happen. And give you an example, this past Halloween, I created a company called Evil Collectibles. And this guy, we sold $107,000 of this Jason Voorhees gnome. How did I pick this guy? His name is 13. And why did I choose him? I went on Amazon and I typed in Halloween products, and I saw that a lot of people. There was a different gnome. His name was Drinky, and he was laying on his belly with his ass sticking in the air, and he was drunk holding a bottle. But he's a garden gnome, and I saw all these people watching him, just keeping an eye on. I'm like, wow, so many people watching. So I went to the source, and I saw that the source created this gnome, and I was like, he's perfect for Halloween. He ties in perfectly. So I knew that people watching these gnomes, that they were interested in them, and I knew that he tied in. So it was a no-brainer for me to create the company Evil Collectibles. It took me 1 week to put. I took 12 gnomes that I put into the store. I used him as my primary product because of Halloween. That was the trend I was hitting. So you see how everything lines up. When you're choosing a trend, what's the symbols behind that trend that connect with that trend? So to give you an example of Valentine's Day coming up, well, what's the major symbol? Hearts.
Love cards.
Hearts. Hearts is it. So what will I be selling? I'm going to be selling heart pendants. But why do I choose jewelry like jewelry? Well, it's very cheap. What's it worth? Well, what is it worth to you? What will you pay? You can't really tell what the value is, and it's very cheap. These guys are £3. He's like $12 to ship. So you got to watch. If you're selling a piece of jewelry, it's very small. Packaging can be very light, and it's nothing to. It's like $2 between the shipping, the envelope, and everything involved. So keep in mind the shipping cost is important. But that's how I found 13 and how I did $107,000 in sales is because I went on Amazon and I wanted to see a hot product for Halloween, saw
It's
what people were looking at and watching, and went to the source to find
it's
13.
fun. Just yesterday, I spoke with my friend, he owner of two kiosks and one store, like in New York, and he sell like jewelry. And he was telling me like, as soon as you figure out everything I have for you, the right jewelry, you can allow it. I can bring you as much as you want. I'm like, okay, we'll see. So he's saying like, you have the best jewelry for me. But yeah, I understand that the trend, it's very important, and I have to put focusing on the heart for right now.
And keep in mind, it doesn't necessarily have to be the heart because, as you mentioned, Facebook did very well with selling heart bear or flower bears last year. And they also had, as you mentioned, the gold rose, the gold dipped rose. I saw both of those when I was searching myself. What am I going to sell for Valentine's Day? Well, if you go on Facebook and you look and you click on one ad about Valentine's Day product, you're going to see a whole bunch of them show up. And that's going to give you ideas as to what products do I choose? Well, what are they already selling? Now you have to watch when you see it on Facebook and you choose the exact product because now you're in direct competition that already is somebody that's ahead of you because they already built out the pages, the funnels, they built out the ads, they already launched it. And they're launching it. Facebook's expensive. That means they're getting sales. So you're going to be behind the eight ball if you choose the exact product. So I use it for ideas, but I don't necessarily choose that exact product. Amazon, when I found 13 and the whole line of garden gnomes, I found that nobody's selling them. The creator Oz created them and he's not a marketer. He didn't know how to market them. So in my mind, I have a gold mine. Nobody else is selling it. It's a perfect niche product in a perfect trend. And it went, the only reason I didn't sell more is I didn't have any, he didn't have any more. he has a warehouse in Florida, and I sold them all. So what am I going to do? We sell all the products. So it's also important to make sure you have access to a lot of product, because these methods, you could sell a lot in a short period of time. So being able to deliver that product is very important. But that's why we didn't sell more of the gnome. We didn't have any. They take 6 weeks to actually produce. And then you have to have them shipped here from the his manufacturers in China. So we have to give it sufficient time.
So if I do see other people selling a product that I think it's gonna sell, so you not recommend for me to go on the same product because I go in competition with them? I can always like lower the price, right? And I can put my own logo on the product because some companies does that for you. And I can make it like a little bit more special, like different from the others.
Okay, so let's touch on some things there. One, to create branding with logos and things, like when you're thinking about building the brand and the company, that's more of a long-term thing. In the beginning, you want to just focus on, how do I generate a sale online? And how do I turn that one sale into two into 10, 10 into 20? And then how do I get hundreds per day? When you master that formula and you know it, well, then it comes time to build your company brand. First, we're just going to gain the knowledge of how to get sales, and then how to scale that into more sales. And the primary price point, the hottest price point for a primary product to sell on Facebook is $29. So we want to think of, what can we buy for under 10 bucks that we could sell for 29. So once you do your research, and it's not just Amazon, but it's sites like Amazon where they're selling products. You might even find some small niche websites that very cool products are being bought. And then from there, once you know what that product is, you have to go to a sourcing agent where you're going to get that product from. So for me, I had to find Oz in Florida that created these gnomes, and I went directly there. For the jewelry, I typically will go to AliExpress and see what I like there. Now, a lot of people getting started in e-commerce, they don't have the money to really buy the products in bulk and then ship. So they have to do drop shipping, which I advise, if you do drop shipping, only do it for a short period of time during the learning process, because it takes so long to get from the manufacturer to the customer that it's going to
Yeah.
hurt your customer experience. So for me, just to give you an example, so I'm selling a specific heart pendant that the reason I know it sells is because we sell a jewelry collection all year long. We call it the Celtic Knot collection, and it sells all year. We just match up the trend with that product, and the best trend for that, of course, is St. Patrick's Day, because Celtic is Irish. So we do huge there, but this has the Celtic Knot pendant look, but with a heart shape. So we already know it's going to sell, and it's going to tie into the trend for Valentine's Day. So we have all that. Next thing, I go to AliExpress and I order that product. So it gets to me. Then I do what the fun part you like to do, and that's create a little video ad. Videos are great if you keep them at 15 seconds or less, because that'll allow you to post on Facebook and Instagram. And they say the typical watch time before people get bored is like 12 seconds. So it could be very quick. When I shot the video for 13, it came in very nice packaging. So I just scrolled my cell phone, my iPhone, over the package so people got to see it. Then I had somebody opening the box. So I videoed the box opening, and then had him standing next to the box. I took a quick clip, like a moving clip of that. And that moved to finally having him out in the garden. He was like behind weeds, like peeking out. And I just did a little scroll over there, and I put cool Halloween music in the background. I mean, it was all so simple. The video took me a total of about 20 minutes to create the clips. I used Fiverr, Fiverr.com, for the editing, and I sent it to an editor, someone that does this, where just like the products, I look for the people that get the most reviews. So I found a guy that had thousands of reviews, and I paid him 10 bucks to edit this video. And then it came back so cool that this one video that took me 15, 20 minutes to do, that I paid $10 to have it edited, produced $107,000 in sales.
Okay.
That's how quick and easy it could be.
That's great. That's great. I'm actually like, I'm stuck with like swimsuits from last year that I tried to sell. I have a lot of them. with the logo of the company. You can see it here, one piece, two pieces. And I know you told me it's very hard to sell swimsuits online because the ads with Facebook and Facebook not gonna allow to put them on a woman, but on a mannequin they will. You say that, right?
Yeah, you have to watch when you're showing skin on Facebook because they feel it could be offensive and they could get in trouble. So that there's a lot of guidelines to follow when running ads on Facebook. So yeah, you will have trouble with that. Now, just talking a little bit about the logo also, and the reason it's not important in the beginning is because people don't recognize the logo. Again, it's learning how to get sales and starting there, but showing the logo, people aren't going to say like, they're not going to see a popular logo, and that's why you buy your clothes. Polo with the little horse, you buy it and it means something to you, but in the beginning it doesn't mean anything. So it's like, what can you sell that's going to I two things, either create identity in this person, like they feel identified with it. So we have the 2020 election coming up with Trump. Well, we'll sell millions of dollars in products for this because it's identity. People identify with Trump, with being a Republican or a Democrat or a voter. They're going to, so we're selling on the identity that people believe they have there. The other one is transformation. You could sell it like Grant Cardone, he's going to transform you into someone being successful. So that's the two angles that you need to follow.
I did like over the summer last year, like a bus party to Atlantic City. I took with me 10 models and they all party. They had like their own section. I have a video of it and all of them wearing this swimsuit. So I can make like a video. I already made a video of that. So it's already exists. Like whoever see it, they already have like some people who follow me on Instagram that wants this swimsuit, but I don't know how to sell online. So I can't tell them like just come to the mall or like you know what I mean.
So perhaps we could use the video now. Now you have to think when you're running ads like that on Facebook, an image of a girl in a bikini, just the AI itself will pick up that this is a girl's image, a woman's image showing a lot of skin, and it's going to be blocked. Now, if you're uploading a video ad with a video and your thumbnail in the beginning isn't showing skin, maybe it's showing the lifestyle. Because remember, nobody wants to buy your product, nobody wants your shit, but they want to buy the experience. They want to buy into make them feel that they identify with that product. So what you just mentioned is great if we're focused on women with a specific type of swimsuit. So creating the video where the thumbnail doesn't show any skin, you may be able to get away with the video because their AI system can't pick up that there's women's skin because you're not putting up an image. So keep that in mind. We could possibly utilize that. Now,
I see that happen now, like on TikTok, because TikTok I create like a page for it, and in the beginning I didn't know, and they like delete one of my pages. But now when I learn how to post it, I post like the same thing. I just edit it differently, and it's okay, and it's still skin out there, and it's everything is good. So like you said, like I really think the first what you show in the first, this is what they picked up on, and
exactly. You're exactly. It's a thumbnail. So the thumbnail that you connect to the video, because when people are scrolling, if the video doesn't automatically start, it's going to stop. The system will see, well, this is a violation picture, or with Facebook, you can't have more than 20% of the thumbnail with actual words in it. They'll limit the reach. So you want to have your thumbnail with very limited words, more of an image that's really going to catch somebody's eye that they identify with. Now, you talked about your audience being anywhere from 18 to 40, and I will share with experience, the younger crowds are harder to sell to because they're just on Facebook doing so much social media stuff that they're not into buying, or they don't have the money. I typically find that middle age to older is a great target. So if if I were you and I wanted to start with just seeing sales, I would get specific and use a piece. Right? Like if you're not doing jewelry, if you want to do the bikini and just trigger sales, I think a good price point might be from 31 to 40. So that way we're staying with the middle-aged. So you want to make sure that the piece that you choose, your primary piece that you choose, is something that they'd want to wear, something that we could go to market at $29 with, and something that you only pay a few bucks for. Now, we create funnels. When the store has 12 products in it, once we have our store done, then we create a funnel page, which consists of either 2 or 3 pages of a primary product and then an upsell and a downsell. So you would know better than me if women like to buy bathing suits. Well, what's the next product that they would like to buy that ties into it? I don't know what it is.
You have so many stuff like cover for the swimsuits, like some jewelry you can put on the arm, like go with the swimsuits, or just like different colors. They ask for different colors for swimsuits. They ask for different designs. They already asking me what's gonna be the next one. What's gonna be the next one? Like all those who bought it.
So let's touch on that real quick. So the primary page of the bikini that you choose, if it has different colors, we create variances on that page. So they just click on the different colors and variants, and that pops up. So we go to market with one primary product, but there could be variations of that product on page 1 at $29. Once they click the buy button, it's going to go to, whoa, wait, 3 days left. Get this piece that ties in, whatever it is. So maybe it's that cover of the bikini. So that would be the upsell, or better yet, maybe a piece of jewelry that ties into that bikini would be the upsell at a different price. Or sometimes we just keep $29 for the primary upsell and downsell. But that's, you just want to have a full collection in mind, because when you're paying the cost for marketing and you're paying for the product, there's really no profit at the $29 price point for the primary product. But what that allows you to do is get somebody's data, that they want to buy. When they buy, you get that data, and I showed you how valuable your store could become just by getting sales. But to actually turn those sales into profits, that's when you get people not only buying the primary product, but they're buying your upsell on page 2 and they're buying your downsell on page 3. So your average order value ends up being more. So I want to show you real quick here. I'll share my screen again. When we go into Holiday Crave, I was selling a product at $29 was my primary. I was selling a set of earrings with Holiday Crave for $29, but then I was selling a snowflake pendant as an upsell. The primary product earrings was $29. The downsell snowflake pendant was $19.95. So when you factor those two in, people buying multiples, you'll see my average order value was actually $53.52. It might have cost me $40 to get a sale. I may have been paying $8 for the product, and I was only making a few dollars per sale, but my goal wasn't to profit. My goal was to produce a lot of sales, so that way my store is worth money. And then if I need to borrow money against that value to scale, I can. But more importantly, now I have all these customers. Look, over 1,000 orders came in. That means I have over 1,000 customers. As long as they had a good experience, they'll buy from me again and again and again. Whenever I launch something new, I just send out an email, which is free. I send an email to these new 1,000 customers. Hey, this is new in our line. What do you think? A percentage will buy, and it'll be 100% profit after the cost of the product itself and to ship it. So I'm not so concerned about my upfront product, but in order to get a little profit, you have to have your upsells and downsells in there. That's why the 29 average order value went up to 53.52. Same with Celtic Magic. This had a 3-piece. This was a collection. So we have a pendant. We called it the Winter Diamond Collection. So we had a pendant that had like a blue diamond look in it. And then actually we went to market with a ring for $29. We upsold a pendant for $29 and then downsold earrings for $29. So you see, since we had a 3-page funnel, the average order value was more. It was $61.50, even though the price point was $29. We were able to get $61.50. So the profit margin for this store was a little bit better than what we did with Holiday Crave. Hence why we were able to scale to almost 300,000, where Holiday Crave only scaled to about 50.
Okay, so in the holiday, the holiday one was less than the other ones.
Right. Correct. So Celtic Magic was our big winner, and it came down to product. For Holiday Crave, I was selling earrings that didn't have anything to do with Christmas. For Celtic Magic, we were selling the Winter Diamond Collection. So I mean, Christmas and winter just tied in nicely. The Snowflake was good, but I had it in as a downsell for 1995. But it just goes to show you the importance of product.
Okay, right now I have like around like 100 swimsuits, like some of them one piece, some of them two pieces. Usually women pay more for one piece than bikinis. So I can do like two different prices for that. Just to try it out to see. Um, Also, a lot of girls like the rose because it's something like they like, you know what I mean? They like the logo, so it's something they're gonna wear. I see people who pop up at the mall with like some big logos and stuff. What one of my employee that she's very young, she said, "Look, I would buy for him the hoodie, but it's just so big. I wouldn't. I don't like the logo." So people wouldn't buy because the logo is not the right way. You know what I mean? Like they need something they're gonna wear. They see themselves wearing it. So what I really like about these swimsuits that it's simple. The logo is simple. It's small. It's not like big, and um, and they see themselves like will wear it.
Okay, so since your primary hot button, your passion is really mostly the swimsuits and creating a store and a presence with your swimsuit line, which you have no presence online currently, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so here's your number one step, and this is what we want to get to work on first, and that's creating the Shopify store. Okay, so in order to create the Shopify store, you want to choose your 12 products that you know sell more than, you said you had 100 different bikinis, well, or bathing suits. Choose your top 12. I want you to choose your top 12. I want you to take a primary image of each one, whether it's on a mannequin or what really sells products is just a plain white background. So we want 12 image products. I mean, I've done 6 figures in sales on products and never even having the physical product. I just take images online, and then I use those images. I put those images right in the store. I'll show you what the images look like with some of my stores, so you can see after we get off the line. I'll text you my stores, so you could see the product images of what I sell. I sell a USA Freedom jersey during 4th of July in the summer because they're baseball jerseys, and you'll see that my images for them is plain white background. That's it. I have a front and back image. If you go to like NFL or any sports team, you'll see that they have a front and back image that touch each other, kind of like this, the way you see like here will be the front of the image, and then here will be the back of the image, so you can see both. But you'll get to see it when I send you the As Seen Online store. The very first product is my top seller during the warmer months. So we're going to focus on not Valentine's with this. We're going to focus on when it gets closer to warmer, because who wants to wear a bikini in February or a bathing
Yeah.
suit?
Uh, yeah. Not in this area when you run. You said you run the ads like in 30 miles or something. So yeah, I understand.
I mean,
Uh,
we could build it out and focus on a different trend, not necessarily Valentine's, but if you know what's great, like a trend can be an event. So if you know an event that's happening down south, like where it's warmer and people still wear bathing suits, you don't necessarily have to market in the US, but you might find out like, wow, there's this big event happening in Ibiza, and this bikini will pop with people at Ibiza. So we'll focus on women that are interested in going to Ibiza, and they want to wear this bathing suit. So keep in mind that you don't necessarily have to hit a holiday trend. It could be an event trend as well. This is super important. So I'm just bringing up Valentine's Day because that's what I'm doing next. But if you want to do your bikinis, we could hit a different type of trend. You might know of a party, and let's just do a small campaign on targeting women that are going to this party that might want to buy the product, just so you could get your phone and make a cha-ching sound and get sales, because then you could get excited about the future growth. Does that all make sense?
Yes, yes, makes sense. Yes.
Okay, so again, just to kind of recap this real quick, our next step right now, as soon as we get off the call, is I'll send you a picture of my store, the As Seen Online store, so you can see the image of the USA Freedom jersey. Since it's apparel, you want to do apparel. So we've accomplished that. We know what you want to sell. Next is choosing your 12 products that we can upload into Shopify. Don't let it scare you that this is a big deal with creating a Shopify store. You could do it in a day. It's so simple once you know what you're doing. We just upload the product images and create descriptions for it, and we're done. The store can go up and be live. And I'm going to walk you through that in other videos that we do together, so that way you gain the understanding of how to do it. For this call, I just wanted to go over kind of beginning steps, and that's really coming up with what do you want to sell, how do we find the right products to sell, what trends are we going to hit, and things of that nature. You know the price point. Think of the price point in mind of $29. That's important. Anything that you feel as though you might be stuck on right now, or is this clearly conveyed to where you got it at this point?
Yeah, it like the product cost me like $5, and I put on it the logo. It cost me another five, like $4 or $5. And I know like women spend on swimsuits $25 around this price, 25, 30. I know they spend $90 on some of them, like brand name. I was like shocked, you know what I mean? I was like, I don't believe like, but
Well,
right now,
here's where we get people to buy, Romeo, just so you know the concept here. Swimsuits are just like jewelry. What's the value? Well, it's whatever they'll pay for something. So we're going to create scarcity to get people to buy. This is a very limited time offer is what we're going to create. So we're going to set, and with the price point of 29, the reason that that's important is the first number is much more important than the second number. So if we have a 2 in front of it, it's almost the same whether you're selling at 25 or 29. So we'll go to market at 29. Also, we keep off the cents because that makes the number look bigger. So we just go flat 29. We don't put zeros on it or anything, just 29. And we're going to say this, we're going to retail this fucker for 129 bucks. But on our pages, we're going to make it look like extremely limited time offer. So we're hitting the right product at the right time for the right price because it's $129. But because you're seeing this right now, you could get it for 29 bucks. And that's going to make them take action now, because most people can't get.
You're creating urgency to the product.
Exactly, because people don't want to pull out their credit card and buy something.
They don't.
But if they feel as though they have the fear of missing out, well, they're on impulse, they're going to pull the card out and buy. You got to think, they're seeing your ad for the first time and they don't know who you are. So it's a scary experience for people. So we got to trigger that emotional sense of missing out in order to get them to actually pull out their card and buy, whether they're, in the car or at home laying in bed. They didn't plan on buying anything. We're going to make them want to buy because they're feeling like, well, this is now or never and I want it. So we're going to get them to buy on an impulse. That's what we're going to do here.
Yeah. I love creating urgency. This is the first thing in sale. Like I really put more time on, the urgency, because some people, they have the money, they like the product, but really if they don't have like urgent, like pain to get it right now, they said, okay, I will come back to get it another time when I'm close to summertime.
Well, now you know that's why we have to hit a trend, whether it be a holiday trend or an event trend, because there's a hardcore date associated with a trend. So people know they're running out of time, and then we create a 24-hour offer. This is a 24-hour sale that goes away at midnight. So this urgency is like, listen, you want to be a part of this event. Let's say it's 4th of July. You love having that family get together at 4th of July. and you want this product to wear at your event that you're hosting, of course you're going to buy it because everything just works perfectly for that event, and you're going to buy it now because you want it for that event. And you just happen to see my ad that says this is a 24-hour sale. So I
It's
sell
funny.
I sell my jerseys, the USA Freedom jerseys. I sell them at $49, and I did $113,000 in sales with that during the 4th of July trend, just during the month of June. So, and it almost is like a 24-hour sale because a lot of my trends, I'll launch a product for a few weeks and then it's done. It really is limited until next year. I'll bring it back.
That's great. Like this is my goal. Like women now, after I create the first event, they ask me about when's gonna be the next event, when you're gonna do again, like a bus party. We like those parties. Where is the next party? I used to promote places and promote clubs and stuff, so I can make it connected all together. And
How easy is that, Romeo? When you host a party and you just create a theme around that party, and then you're selling the apparel that ties into that theme. Do you know how easy it is to sell to the people coming?
I was actually saying like I will give it to you the swimsuit. It's part of the deal. Like I was selling like a ticket for $50, and you get in. You get on the bus party, you get into the place, you get swimsuits that you have to wear there. And then I get like free advertisement. And people there ask me about the swimsuits, why everyone wearing these swimsuits. Well, what is this? It's a bachelorette party. Are you getting married? Like people ask me those questions. And I'm like, no, we're just promoting these new swimsuits. You know what I mean? And it was fun. It was on Memorial Day weekend last year. So now, even from right now, people start asking me, what's next? Are you going to do it again? Are you going to do it again? And I want to do it again. But I really want them to buy these swimsuits for the event. You know what I mean?
And that's where when you learn what I'm going to show you, you're going to be able to do it. You're going to be able to sell more tickets to the event. You're going to be able to sell the apparel to the event because I'm going to show you how to market this event to everyone within that certain parameter, whatever it is. You could say, Gary, I want to sell this bathing suit. Well, we'll build marketing around that. And you'll be able to fill rooms or events with ease because you know what really most people don't know how to do. And that's how to utilize social media to your advantage to
Yeah.
monetize it.
Yeah. I have a lineup of like women who wants to come and model for me, and they want to model these swimsuits because they seen I create the page just for the models, just for them to for people to see it. And it's like so many different women who wearing the same thing. Like they begged for me to make other products. I didn't want to because it cost more money, and I didn't even sell the first one. But you know what I mean. But I this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for them to tell me like make new things. What is the new one? My employees, they're women. They like asking, "Well, what's going on? Where what's next? What's next?" You know, they even wants to be part of this. Yeah, but yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited about it because the swimsuit is just like the beginning. Because what I want to sell is stuff about like summertime. Um, Eventually, I will sell like winter products like crop tops. I was thinking about like sports. A lot of women into sports, into the gym. They like all those gym clothing. Same thing with the logo to stay there. You know, like because women go to the gym all year round. So it's not gonna be just like summer. It's gonna be all year round.
Okay. So let's do this. Now we have we have an idea and a direction we want to go in at this point. So now after we hang up, you choose your 12 products that you want to start with. Of course, you could end up having hundreds and all, but let's just start with 12 so we could go through the learning process together so you have the understanding. So setting up a timeline, how long do you need to have product images of your first 12 products along with the descriptions for these products? Because what I want to do now is schedule another follow-up Zoom call where we kind of go through the process of building the Shopify store with the 12 products that you choose.
Okay. I would say like a week. I would try to do it less. But like the same time next week on a Monday. Um, when you said like 12 products, you mean like right now I have like one color and I have like two products, right? I have like one piece and two piece. One piece swimsuits and one it's two piece swimsuits. When you say like a different products, you mean like um,
So when you're saying that, is that considered a variant? Meaning it's really the same product, two different versions of the same product, or is it completely different?
it's the it's different because it's like one is like a whole piece of a swimsuit and the other one is two pieces. It's
Okay.
like on the top. So this is like two pieces. You have different sizes, um, but it's only like two products. So it's like basically like
Yep. So that's going to be two products out of your 12 products. That would be two products
two products. Okay, so I
because
need to
the
find
variations, like on the two pieces, the variations are going to be the sizes, of course. That's going to be the variance. And we don't want to confuse people too much with
size.
you want it looks like I have variations of the USA Freedom jersey, but it's different colors, exact same jersey but three different colors. It could be black, a navy blue, and a red, and you'll see that because when I send you the link to my store, I want you to click on the jersey, and you'll see once you click on the jersey in the store, you could change I have variants of either the color or the size. That's the variances for that one product. So when you're talking about the bikini or a one piece, that's two different products. And
Yeah.
we'll create variations within Shopify, variances of each of those products. So right there, if you have that in mind, there's two of your 12. And keep in mind, you don't want to just have all bikinis because if you want to have an upsell and downsell of a cover or some other piece, add those. Those will be part of your 12.
Okay. I have like other products, like like a tweezer with like lights on it or some stuff like this. Should I stay with bikinis, like different bikinis, different stuff, or should I go to a whole different in these 12 products?
You want to pick the 12 products that sell more than anything else. If you have 100 or 1,000 or an infinity amount of products, well, what are the top 12 selling products? That's what we want to put in our store to start. This is just to start because then we can start to build out different collections. In other words, let's say you have 7 bikinis and then 3 one pieces and then some covers or whatever. Eventually, we could build out collections within your store to where, okay, here's your collection of bikinis, here's your collection of one pieces, here's your collection of covers, and so on and so forth. Ultimately, you have a big store with all these different collections. But for now, we just combine the top 12 selling pieces all into one centralized location within the store.
Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. So yeah, I think we'll do like more stuff for going with the swimsuits, like covers, like maybe flip flop or something they're gonna wear,
Yeah.
like some piece of jewelry on the arm or something, like stuff related to the same product. So it's not gonna be like a whole different product.
So you think about it, choose your top 12, your top 12 best sellers. We're going to build out a store around those to start. And we'll pick up the next Zoom call next Monday at 11 a.m. again. We just spent 50 minutes on the line, so I wanted to keep it around 45 minutes. That's the attention span people have. That's why when you go into school, you have 45-minute periods. So here we are about the 45-minute mark. We got a chance to get started. So this is only the beginning. Next Monday, we'll learn how to create the store. So that way on the next call, we'll have a store in place. If you have the store in place, the next step is we build out the pages. I'm going to show you how easy it is to build out the pages. I know you spoke to somebody that was trying to sell you how to create pages for you for 30 grand and everything. I'm showing you all this for nothing. You're going to be able to learn how to do it all. Okay.
Thank
And then grow from there each step of the way. I'm going to be there to walk you through, hold your hand, and you're going to see how easy it really is once you have a mentor guide you and show you the steps. That's what I'm going to do for you.
That's great. That's great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm very excited for it.
Excellent, brother. So it was great talking to you, man. I love you. I love you. So Monday, 11 a.m. next week, I'll send out the Zoom invite and we'll do this again.
Thank you so much. I will see you Monday, 11. From here, I'm going straight to the mall, straight to my retail job, straight from my retail job. But I'm going to find out like the best 12 products. I will have the pictures for you, and we'll take it from there.
And descriptions and things because we could do a screen share where we'll be able to see how quickly we just take images and description and upload it right into Shopify and then boom. Once you see me start it. So actually, I'll give you a task. Shopify costs $29 a month. So if you want to create your store name and actually open up your Shopify store for that 29 bucks, I recommend doing that. Because I could show you, I'll screen share it and show you how to import a product on our next call. And then that way, by the time we get to the following call, you'll have all the products uploaded in your own store.
Can I call my store Juliet's Models? This
What
is
is
like
it?
what
Yeah.
Juliet's Models. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
Juliet
Yeah.
Models.
Whatever you want to go with. Typically, when I choose a name, I like to tie it into the identity of the person. So, if you feel that, for instance, Celtic Magic, we wanted to sell Irish jewelry at St. Patrick's Day, so Celtic Magic. I wanted to sell stuff around Christmas time, so Holiday Crave. I just come up with quick names, and we don't necessarily need. If you have the logo, great. If not, no biggie. We'll go over where to go for logos. We'll go
I have
over.
the logo. I have the name. Um, yeah. I'm very focused on that, like laser focus. Like I know exactly how it's gonna look like.
And you don't even really have to worry about like creating an actual business with business bank statements and an EIN number. We'll get incorporating the business. We
I
could.
already have it ready for
Okay.
my Adobe.
Okay, so
So
you have that in place, but for other people that are jumping in and watching this, all those things happen down the road. Most importantly, it's just learning. It's all about the knowledge and understanding. How the hell do I get sales online? And that's what we're going to go through is let's get sales with this process, and we'll fill in the blanks as we go. All those other pieces, but you already have them done: name, logo, registered business. You have to form the business so that way you have business bank statements and things of that nature. So we'll get into that later.
do you want me to open the Shopify store, or you want to do it with me together?
So you could open it. I mean, 29 bucks, open it and it's there, because when you send me the image and the description of one of the 12 products, we're going to do a screen share where I'm going to share my screen and upload it into my store just so you can see how I do it. And then you could just repeat that process with your own store by putting all 12 products in there. But you'll get to see me do it once, and then you'll be able to take over and do it for all 12 of your products. So that way, when we get on the next call to discuss building pages for the funnel, you'll already have your store up. It'll already be there. You're not going to get any traffic or any business because nobody knows about it, but that's where we start. We always start with the store.
Okay, that's fine. That's great. That's great. That's exciting.
I'm glad you're excited. I'm excited for you because there's no greater feeling than getting the first cha-ching on your phone and turning. See, the whole idea is let's turn our phones into cash registers because we don't want to talk on them anymore. It takes
Yeah.
up too much time to talk to you. So we're going to create a cash register in your pocket to where you get sales, you build your business. There you go. We'll build your business right there through your phone. And it's exciting. Every step of the way is exciting because you get to learn something new and actually implement it yourself to make your business grow.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot. Can't wait to start.
Excellent, brother. So I'll see you 11 a.m. next Monday.
Next Monday. We'll see
Yeah,
you.
buddy. Later on. NX. Here we come.